My friends, we have a veritable cavalcade, a miasma, a veritable endless potpourri of subjects for you tonight. I'm so glad you were with us. Welcome, dear friends. Welcome to the show that never ends. I am so honored to be with you. I am feeling absolutely overwhelmed today. Maybe there's something, I don't know, maybe my blood chemistry, I don't know what it is. But I feel great. And I feel that there is something so wonderful about to happen in this country. And I believe that we have the greatest leadership right now. There are things that we always can fine tune, we can fix and tweak. But I say to you, dear friends, that with this president, we are doing great. So many, we may be able to have not just peace in Ukraine, but a resolution. You don't want peace. You want peace forever. And you want to have a president who understands what is going on. I'm so tired of having people lie to me regarding this nonsense of this balderdash, if you will, involving Ukraine. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about so many things, so many great things. I welcome. First of all, let me remind you, dear friends, to make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Nation. This is critical. Lionel Nation. Because for some reason or another, I don't know why, but sometimes you find out that people aren't subscribed or they're unsubscribed. Who the hell knows? I have no idea what's going on. So make sure you are aware of that. In addition, we ask that you pay attention and that you like this. Liking this video means everything. It means, and I don't want to be one of these people who are always begging for likes, but I will tell you nonetheless. But before we begin, we're going to be talking about this creepy, it's very creepy congressperson who says, I'm a man or a woman and you will like me. You will find me normal. And let me talk to your children. I don't know about you, but every time I hear her, him, whatever, my blood boils, my soul dies. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. But first, this really critical word. If you're watching this, consider yourself warned. Food prices are about to explode, and the time to prepare is now. Listen, go to preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com and secure your 4-week emergency food supply now while supplies last. With new tariffs, listen to me, with new tariffs slamming the global market and inflation spiraling, your grocery bill is about to skyrocket. When the crisis hits, shelves will be empty, and those who didn't prepare will be left desperate. History proves it. Every major economic collapse, every supply chain disruption, the first thing to go is food. You do not want to be waiting in government lines, hoping there's enough left for you and your family. This 4-week emergency food kit delivers over 2,000 calories per day, ensuring you have the nutrients you need and your family needs to weather the storm. It's fortified for survival, packed in rugged, long-term storage containers, and can last up to 25 years. So when disaster strikes, you'll be ready. Order today, and you'll get 4 free 72-hour food kits. That's 12 extra days of meals at no cost. The regular price is $346.80, but right now, you get it for just $247. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, and lock in your emergency food supply before the real panic begins. I'm an open-minded person. I always thought I was open-minded. I always thought I was, in the best ways, progressive. When I thought being progressive was good, when I thought it was a good thing, I thought it was progressive. I thought my mind progressed. I thought, okay, I'm a kind of a progressive person. I have an open mind, live and let live, whatever people want to do. I don't care. Kind of a quasi, you might call it libertarian. I don't know. But something happened during the trans thing, which I think I probably speak for you where I said, wait a minute, some of these people are crazy. It's one thing for you to say, hey, listen, just want you to know, I consider myself a woman. And okay, fine. As opposed to, you must listen to what I'm saying. I'm normal. And I'm going to talk to your children. Why am I talking like this? Because I'm a woman. And you think to yourself, what is the matter with us? These people are nuts. They're crazy. No, we're not crazy. We're just... No, you're crazy. You're acting like a fool. You're acting nuts. This is crazy. What are you doing? This is where it started today, my friends. This is where we started. Remember when Mace is the place. Remember when Mace was talking and doing her thing? It was Mace. Well, during a recent press conference, Representative Sarah McBride, born Nay Tim, the first openly transgender member of the Congress, criticized the Republican Party for their focus on culture war issues, describing it as weird and bizarre. You're weird, you're bizarre. And this statement led to a series of social media posts from conservative folks mocking her gender identity rather than engaging with policy critique. This discourse has escalated with several posts misgendering, oh no, McBride, and focusing on her appearance. Misgendering, highlighting the ongoing tension. Well, this is where it started. Ladies and germs, this was tonight's beginning, this opening salvo, so to speak. This is it. Are you ready? Let me play this for you. Let me play this. Here she is. I'm going to go in all of her glory. Hang on a minute. There we go. And listen to McBride. Wait a minute. Hold it. Don't tell me. No, not again. No. Please. No, I can't take this. No. Wait. Don't tell me we did this again. What about this one? Oh, dear God, no. Oh, my God, no. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, no. I did it so great. I thought God almighty. I did it again. It happened again. What is with StreamYard? Why I don't follow this. Let me see something. Let me try something here. I'm going to try something. All right. Just hang on a minute because I want you to hear this. You got to hear this. If you don't hear it, you kind of lose something in the whole thing here. Let me see. I think it's here. Is this it here? Nope, that's not working. Why? And then hang on. Wait a minute. Wait. That's not working either, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Let me try this. Nope, that's not working either. God, son of... Anyway, I'll fix this. I don't know what it is. It was working great before, but I personally don't have, and I think most of us don't really care one way or another. If you want to do that, that's fine. But when they tell you that you must understand and you must call me a woman and I'm going to go into your bathroom and you're weird and you're bizarre because you're not able to... This is the part where I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. How is this not... Seriously, when somebody says, yeah, I'm a woman. No, you must understand me. It's your problem. I'm a woman and you're I say, take it easy. Are you really a woman or are you more into the whole thing about being a woman? I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I thought for sure you would hear this. Plus, you should see him speaking to little kids. God, it drives me crazy. It was so perfect before. Everything was great. In any event, we're not going to focus on this. We're not going to spend too much time with this. And I hope you watch. Hope you saw what I did. I hope you're subscribed to Lionel Nation. Got some good stuff today, my friends. Got some good stuff up here. Do you see where they're attacking Trump Tower? We'll get to this in a moment. This is really, this is nuts. How they are somehow helping their cause, I have no earthly idea. None whatsoever. I have no idea how they're doing this. But in any event, I hope you follow what I'm doing, because I've got here for your edification today. I did some good stuff. I got a good one on Michelle's podcast horror show. I broke it down with that thing. That's another one. I don't know what that is. Plus, no justice, no files, no answers. The Epstein case is officially a national disgrace. Did you see that one? It's a good one. And also, one of my favorite little stories, a bit of a tutorial on the government's ultimate hoax, how Operation Northwoods was the playbook for every lie. It's one of those, and I hope you watch it. It's one of those pieces or stories where everybody in the conspiratorium must know about. You must know about this. You must be aware of this in order for you to understand, to be truly good at what you do, if you really want to understand this. Now, I want you to stop for 1 second, because I know we're getting a little sometimes ahead of the game, and I want you to remind you of a few things, which I think are very important, very, very critical for you to understand and grasp. Donald Trump's presidency, 52 days. Do you hear what I'm saying? 52 days. That's all it's been. 52 days. You understand it? This is one of those things where I find to be absolutely incredible. Donald Trump's presidency, both past, present, has been a testament to his relentless commitment to reshaping America in the image of prosperity, security, strength, Americanism. 52 days he's been doing this. Restoring power to us. It's gradually happening. Gradually happening. You understand what I'm saying? It's gradually happening. While dismantling and disconnecting this entrenched bureaucratic machine that's long worked against the interests of the average American. From the moment he stepped back into the Oval Office, from that moment, from that day, his administration, through his leadership, has been making the most incredibly significant strides in economic revitalization. Think of what is going on right now as we speak. Russia, Ukraine, Middle East, meeting. You've got everybody's meeting with everybody. It's just he's going after everything you can imagine. You got the Teslas and this, and then he's talking about the USDA, and then you got USAID and DOGE, and it's incredible. He's made significant strides in this economic revitalization, border security, borders. There's hardly anybody at the border anymore. Do you understand what's happening? This is it's beautiful. Military rebuilding, judicial appointments. It's not going to be perfect. How about that Judge Ho, who basically gets somebody to come in and agree, basically do the judge's job. I can't figure that one out. Regarding dropping the case against Eric Adams. Governmental efficiency, all while battling the deep state forces, these horrible people, that have sought to undermine us. I got to stop sometimes and say, give this man a break. Sometimes I can say, you know what? I want it all. I want it now. I want it all now. His approach has been aggressive, strategic, unwavering. It's just incredible. Meanwhile, I don't know about you, but I want it all now. I want it now. I want it now. Even Pilgrim says, I won't give up on this president. He's the best. 52 days. 52 days, ladies and gentlemen. My God. Look at what he's done. It's the most incredible. With each department, each agency, each executive order solving as a key piece of this puzzle, one of the most immediate and impactful moves of his presidency, one of the greatest, has been the reinstatement and this aggressive implementation of Schedule F, an initiative designed to purge the federal government, first of all, of this entrenched, these bureaucrats, talk about the deep state, who've long operated as this unaccountable fourth branch of the government. He reclassified thousands of federal positions as political appointments. So Trump is effectively taking control of the bureaucratic machinery, which does more to screw things up than anything else, that has resisted change for decades, replacing deep state operatives with America First patriots, people like you and me who share his vision, our vision for a leaner, more responsive government. I'm telling you, let's just stop and think about what this man's doing. 52 days. Already Joe Biden would have been on 3 vacations. He serves us, the citizens, rather than these globalist interests. And they're trying everything in their power to go after Elon and this and that and Pam Bondi. Now listen, I'll be less than honest with you. If I thought this Epstein thing was handled perfectly, he's going to be doing something tomorrow. Trust his political instincts. He's not going to let this thing go away. He knows this is political red meat. All of this was coupled with the establishment of the Department of Government Efficiency. Even DOGE, remember, all overnight, this unprecedented initiative led by Elon. These people, I know firsthand, people are still freaked out over having to think of 5 things that they've done in a week. You have no, I'm going to leave it at that. These people have never, it's this new brand of, I have anxiety. I don't know what to do. I've got to work. It's bullshit. It's over with. Elon Musk, the president, they've aimed at eliminating wasteful spending, reducing redundancy, optimizing the effectiveness of every federal agency. You got a problem with that? I don't. DOGE, these initiatives. I love this. They've slashed these unnecessary federal programs. God, nobody's ever talked about this. Cutting outdated regulation that strangle businesses. Streamlining and making kind of like attenuating operations within government agencies, maximizing efficiency. What's the problem with this? How is anybody upset? And the results have been the immediate, with agencies like Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, seeing significant reductions in bloated staffing levels. Now remember, this isn't going to get rid of the deficit. But this is where we start. The government is not this handout, this free pad. He wants to maintain operational effectiveness, but end this. This effort has extended to CIA, where hundreds of redundant junior officers were laid off. And you don't want those people sitting around with, the devil's idle hands, I should say. Redirecting intelligence efforts towards real threats. And there are real threats here, rather than politically motivated operations. And what I love about this man, simultaneously, he's implemented, he's used this aggressive judicial reforms, ensuring that the Supreme Court and lower courts remain faithful to what? The Constitution and the rule of law. And you got a problem with that? You don't mind securing multiple lifetime appointments that will shape American jurisprudence for generations? It's not perfect. It's so much better. The Trump influence on the judiciary has been profound. Federalist society, I'm digging it. Rolling back activist judicial overreach. You're going to have some problems every now and then. Restoring balance to courts that had long kind of leaned towards this radical left progressive nonsense. Alongside these sweeping reforms, Trump has unleashed, listen to me, an economic revolution. I love this. It's like a renaissance, as they say. Tax cuts, deregulation, strategic trade policies, stuff that Biden never couldn't even pronounce. Can you imagine? Can you imagine for a moment Kamala actually doing anything about this? No. It's incredible. Fishman says, I'm only seeing 600 something viewers when it's been well over 1,000. Maybe you're striking a nerve because my notification problem. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't know what's going on right now, my friends, but we will see. Maybe we hit a nerve. I have no idea. But let me continue. One of these days, I want there to be, like I told you, a place, a school where we can take kids and their parents during the summertime. I know this sounds crazy, and teach them things. How many of you, dear people, have never heard of Operation Mockingbird? How many of you have never heard of Operation Mockingbird? Never heard of it. There's a lot of operations out there. There's Ajax and this and Paperclip and all that kind of jazz and and DARPA and all this stuff. But where do you think this has been? Where do you think? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? During the course of your investigations, have you heard this? You understand this? You've heard about it? Hit the like button, yes, indeed. Okay. Hell hath no fury, Ricardo says, as a corrupt politician exposed. Indeed. Now, Ms. Mary says something very good. Ms. Mary said, no, I haven't. Thank you for at least saying, no, I haven't. As opposed to everybody else who says, well, Operation Northwoods was like 1960, shut down. By the way, we're talking about, somebody mentioned Gladio. Gladio was post-World War II. But here is the story, which is right here in front of us. And it was declassified. It's not, when you bring this up to people, they say, there's no way this could have happened. There's no way this could have happened. We wanted to get into war with Castro, with something that would allow us, a false flag, a cause, a casus belli, to go into Cuba, to go in. This is what we wanted. This was the idea. This was the theory. What should we do? What could we do? How do we do something to draw us in? Cuba had no interest at all in anything we were doing. None of it. None. So what did they do? Let's take a plane and let's have it take off with a soccer team or something. They get on the plane and we wave goodbye, and they're all CIA, all spooks, all family. They take off from Miami or something, and they land at Eglin Air Force Base, an Air Force base, like, I don't know, Jacksonville or something in Florida. Okay? But everybody said goodbye, and we saw the plane take off. Somewhere over the, waters, there's a drone, meaning a plane that is remote control, that has all of the, this was the plan, though, never went through, all of the artwork and the fuselage painting and all this stuff. It's shot down, or appears to be shot down, with all of those lost souls. And you see the floating, and it will be either too close or near. It'll do something to try to either entice or to incite or goad Castro. In any event, that's the story behind it. That would be and it follows later on. It would rile people up to the point where they wouldn't know what to do. We also know we speak about this thing called the Hegelian dialectic. It's a classic. And Hegel speaks of something different. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis, or problem, reaction, solution. Oh. What happens is somebody will say, some event will happen. We've got to do something. The Patriot Act, Russia collusion, the 2014 Maidan, that this forced coup, all of this. Some would say, and I don't want to go into this, October the 7th. Give people something to go crazy about. Do you remember after 9/11? Do you remember when people were just absolutely going crazy? People, Pat Tillman, they wanted to join the military. They wanted to join. They can't do that to us. People were just so outraged by this, angered. They did, but you can't do this. Why, those bastards? We didn't know who they were. I don't care who they are. Bin Laden, Saudi Arabia, I don't care. Let's go. And there was Bush standing on top of the pile. And the people who did this are going to hear from us too. Oh, yeah. And remember this? I was here. It was perfection. COVID. The orchestration of reactions. You can't do what we do if you don't know the rules. You can't. And that particular piece of history is so critical and so necessary that you have to understand how this thing works. And you have to ask yourself, what is it that I am interested in? What is it? What is my take into this? What is my position? Have you followed what is happening to this Columbia University ex-student who has been taken away, sent to Louisiana, I think? He's about to be deported, even though he's a permanent resident, green card. I'm not that versed on a lot of the immigration law. But he basically said something, espoused something, believed in something that this administration said, nope, you're gone. And they took him, rather than going to the Southern District of New York, here, they moved him instead to, where was it? That's right. They moved him to Louisiana. Do you understand that? People will not really people have this incredible nonchalance about this. This is as First Amendment violative of anything. A person thrown out because the First Amendment applies to people, everybody, not just citizens, persons, people. You can't arrest somebody. Where are you from, boy? I'm from Guadalajara. You're under arrest. Why? I don't like the way you think. It doesn't work like that. Now, there is some leeway. We all know the world of immigration. It's a very strange thing. I understand. But do you grasp, dear friends, the idea of how scary this thing is? Do you? Do you grasp how scary this thing is? When we're taking people away for their thoughts, does it bother you? Does it at all? Does it bother you? He doesn't like something. He's anti-Israel. Okay, you could be anti-Israel here, irrespective of what it is that he's saying or believing. He's pro-Palestinian. Does that make any difference? Does this bother you? If you, as an American citizen, do not react, if you don't say, whoa, wait a minute, hold it, you can't do that. That's just a thought. Then you are not an American. You are not an American. You have just said, I don't care about the First Amendment. Did you read it? Now, if somebody is conspiring to create violence, to actually aid, abet, counsel, procure, hire, be an accomplice, conspire to violence, oh. But if you merely are against, let's say, the military or the governmental practices of Israel, or you're pro-Palestine, or you're even, quote, pro-Hamas, whatever that means. Do you see that one? Now, this is one where either you get it or you don't. And most people I meet, they don't care. And I let it go. I let it go. Because I don't waste my time trying to always, my job is not to convince people of anything. Did you hear about Tiger Woods? Did you hear about this one? Tiger Woods has been dating, did you see this? Vanessa Trump. Wait a minute. Don Trump's ex-wife, Kai's mother. Is that anything to you? I don't know. Is that interesting? I hope they're happy. Mazel tov. Don't know. Isn't that kind of interesting? Did you hear that? See, that got your attention. Get out. First Amendment violation? They deported somebody? Tiger Woods? Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Get out. Really? Oh my God. Wow. How do you think Don Jr. is going to deal with it? Kai, great young lady, golfer, and mommy is Tiger Woods. Perhaps, at one time, maybe not now, the greatest golfer, the Magnus Carlsen. How do you think Don Jr. is going to handle that? Interesting. Interesting. This is very interesting. Why do I say this? Well, first, I have been around. I've seen this. And when it comes to affairs of the heart, people go crazy, even though they have no jurisdiction whatsoever. How dare you? Here's Don Jr. How dare you? Do you know what this guy did? Excuse me. Do you know what you did? You left us. Wait a minute, hold it. And you went after that Kimberly Tinfoil, or whatever her name is. And then you left her, and you went to this other one. Excuse me. That was okay? What am I supposed to do? He said, I've got Tiger Woods. Do you think? No, I'm not going to say anything. You know what I'm thinking. Do you think that maybe Don saying, hey, Don, that's your ex-wife. And that's your daughter. And you know and I know the best way to get to the mom is get to the kid. Hey, Kai, you got a hell of a backstory. You know, you've got a natural talent. May I suggest, would you go like this? Make sure you have a 90 degree, wow, we'll work on that. Mommy, he's nice. Or, Mom, he's nice. He sure is. Wow. Tiger Woods says I'm great. That's right, Vanessa. I'm not just saying that. You are good. Wow. Would you like to hit some with you? Can I show you some? Would you like to hit? Yeah. Her whole thing is golf, and Mommy, Tiger Woods. Oh, man. You don't think you don't think, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they're saying, Don, what are you upset about? I know I'm not supposed to be upset. I'm reading into this. There's no evidence of this. He might say, for all you know, hey, don't worry about it. Good luck. Mazel tov. Knock yourself off. Yourself out, brother. Knock yourself off. Is that interesting? Things just got kind of weird, right, Gracie? Things got FAFO? I don't think so. See, the thing that people don't understand about, how how do I say this? The thing they don't understand about love, whatever, is that it makes no sense. Warren Ocasio knows a few things. Says Chuck Schumer seems so uncomfortable lately, priceless. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. Isn't this wonderful? Now, tomorrow, anybody care about what's going on in Ukraine? Nah. What am I talking about? I got to remember who you are. That's not your stuff. No. Be honest. Let's face it, this crowd, nah. Some people, but that's okay. You don't have to be crazy about it. You don't have to. Look at this. Trump has turned into a joke. He can't even get the Epstein files. Nurse Traveler, do you think he can't get the files? How many people agree with Nurse Traveler? How many folks? It's a good point. Do you think he can't get the files? Anybody? Anybody? By the way, did you see when Trump called Schumer a Palestinian and not even whatever? Do you think so? Do you think that Trump can't get the files? Is that what you're thinking? Huh? Look at this. Justin said, never cared about Ukraine. And you know what? Deep down inside, do you care about the money that went billions and billions, Justin, going to a thug who plays the piano with his schwanz? Huh? Do you care about that one? Interested in that big guy? Did you maybe care about that one? Is that okay? Did you care about that one? Anybody? Did you think maybe it's not a good idea for us to be pouring billions of dollars that could be going, I don't know where you live, but I think we could take, I don't know, $1 million and fix some potholes. You still don't care about it? Still don't care about Ukraine? How about the fact that there might be World War III? Here's one for you. You ready for this? I know you don't care about Israel either. Most people don't care. What happens if Bibi says, I'm going to go after Iran because he's got a hard on for Iran like you can't believe. I mean, this guy, and what we did to them, okay, going after ambassadorial homes or whatever. Big Dick says, Trump sounded today like NATO gets Ukraine. Like NATO gets Ukraine. No, they don't want Ukraine. Nobody wants it. But let me ask you this question. That's a good question. Let's assume that Bibi goes after Iran, and we're funding him. We're giving him. He doesn't have any weapons. We're giving him we don't have any weapons either for us in case we need them. What happens then if Iran turns to Russia and says, little help? What do you think Russia would do? Would they help out Iran? Absolutely. Do you hear what China said about do you know what's going on with that? You okay with that one? Anybody okay with that? Hey, whatever Israel wants, whatever it is, whatever, we'll help them out. We'll take care of it. If it's Iran, we'll take care of it. Whoever it is, the Houthis, whatever. A couple of ships straight up Hormuz. Don't worry about it. The gate of the Houthis with the Red Sea. Anybody? I don't care. Really? Okay. How about a war with Iran and Russia? And we say, wait a minute, hold it. What's going on here? We're not involved in this. Oh, yes, you are. Yeah, well, you just see how that thing works? See that? You see, there are some things where people don't know, where they feel like, well, I really don't care. This isn't like the Basque separatists or the Falun Gong or the Uyghurs or, you know, something. It's like, well, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about something which would ultimately affect us. Now, what I think President Trump wants to say is, we're getting out and you, Europe, it's up to you. You got a problem with Russia? You take care of Russia. We're out of here. And by the way, Ukraine, we're done. We're getting nowhere. How do I sit across from Putin and Lavrov? By the way, did you see Judge Napolitano with Lavrov? It's fantastic. He spoke like 2 hours. I think Lavrov took the whole time. Can you imagine Marco Rubio doing that? No. You can tell Marco Rubio, this is his first rodeo. He might have been a senator, but he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Ricardo says it took 113 years to get here. Give it a few weeks. Well, bottom line is simply this. We are getting into two different areas. Funding wars in Palestine and destruction of human beings and being a part of whatever you want to call it. You don't want to call it genocide? You know, it's up to you. That's number one. And number two, and by the way, nobody is for us. Yep, the way you said it, that's it. Nobody says, hey, love what you're doing. Get those Gazans. Get them. Get them. Just wipe them out. The whole lot of it. Nobody's saying this. You know that, right? Nobody in the world. Nobody. So one thing you can say, well, 9/11, Iraq, well, yeah. Nobody is saying this. Does that mean anything to you? Nah, I don't care about that. Why? I don't care. I want to talk about Tiger Woods and stooping. Okay. This is like unbelievable. Don't you folks remember Vietnam? I think you do. I do. How'd that go for us? Did you care about that? Well, that's because we were fighting. And what happens if we get into some Article 5 problem? What happens if somebody goes? What if one day Vladimir Putin says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to show you something. You think I don't have anything? Watch this. Then all of a sudden, some Polish guy gets killed or I don't know who. And was it Article 5? Now we all have to get in? Do we tell NATO? Forget it. Why are we in NATO? What does Russia have to do with this? You're asking for this. This is one of the most important things. If you're talking about DOGE and you're going to go in and you're going to shut down some Social Security phone bank because, there's too many people, and you're continuing to pour money, to hand money into killing machines in two areas of the world where we have no business in, that all we're doing is inspiring resentment, if that's what you think, and you think that's all right, we're on different pages, my friend. That's the first thing I stop. That's the first thing. This is a joke. This is the joke. What are you talking about? Why is it so difficult for people to understand? Well, you see, that's different. No, it's not different. In any event, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, my friends? Look at this. There are troublemakers support terrorism, Hamas. Even the Middle East countries want nothing to do with them. Look up history. Where did Hamas come from? Luke Malafarina. Where did Hamas come from? What is Hamas? What does Hamas want? I'm not standing up for them or anybody or the Houthis or I'm not speaking on behalf of Israel or Hezbollah or anybody. What does Hamas want? Who started Hamas? Look at the history, like you said. Who? Anybody? 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 No. Where'd Hamas come from? Well, the official story is they are there for the annihilation of Israel. That's all they want to do. If Israel said, okay, we're going to back off, no, has nothing to do with Gaza. We just want you. We're going to be going after you no matter what. That's the way it's being portrayed. Who started Hamas? 2005. Sharon. Who started? Sharon did. What? So don't tell me about history. Don't, for you to jump in and to say, well, remember years ago, these people said, we have to go to Iraq because they started it. They knocked those towers down and they. And you said, oh, okay, that's not what happened. Remember what I told you before. Say things like radical Islam, radical. Just say it and you go, okay, yeah. Have you ever spoke to the Palestinians? What do you think they want? What do they want? Anyway, forget it. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This isn't the place for this. I'm sorry. I apologize. This isn't your stuff. And I don't blame you. It's not your thing. This isn't a Mearsheimer crowd or a Scott Ritter crowd or a Dr. O crowd or an Alistair Crook crowd or or a Max Blumenthal. No. Nobody wants to talk about that. Pepe Escobar. No. That is the most fascinating thing you've ever seen, ever. It's the story. And what also people is when you get them in a corner and you say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you really want to do? What kind of death? I don't know. Somebody wrote before the Hamas manifesto. Oh, okay. So we're just going to blow up innocent people. What am I doing? I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You lure me in and I figure, you're right. Don't worry about it. Those crazy people. It's always going to be like that, right? Nothing we can do. Just, whatever. I don't know why I do this. I do not know why I do this. It's just the most fascinating subject of them all. And it's just so, oh God. I was listening to Mearsheimer today. I listen to him all the time. And, Judge Knapp, and I just love it. Scott Ritter, genius. But I thought, but that's all they talk about. Russia, Israel, or Middle East, I should say. Ukraine, that's it. It's interesting. The Duran, excellent. That's it. And that won't work here. That's not going to work here. Because there's wonderful things about seeing this. It's like Vietnam. Do you know what they wanted? No. In any event, we'll leave it at that. So what are you going to do? In any event, I'm so sorry this thing just drove me crazy. I had such a great piece and I wanted to, look at this. God, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't know how I don't know what is wrong with my sound, but we're going to do it. So in any event, dear friends, Warren Ocasio, Big Dickie Daniels, Ricardo, thank you so much. Fishman, Pilgrim Media. Pray that we get something done. Pray that we meet that when President Trump and Putin sits down, we say that's enough. Forget this checkbook. Put the money here. Tell Germany, France, you want to bail them out? Knock yourself out. This isn't our thing. Period. End of discussion. And as far as the other matter goes, forget it. I'm not going to bring that up. Not here. You know what I mean? Not here. All right, dear friends. Don't forget, follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Right now, she's at an event we'll talk about. This morning, we were at an event at a school. She works tirelessly 24/7 for her kids, for her warriors. She is just superb. Please follow her, support her at Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. Don't forget the other channel, Lionel Legal, and this, of course, Lionel Nation. I love you. Remember this. We will always be cordial. We will discuss. We will have our opinions, but we always love each other. We speak with respect. We can bust each other's balls. I love that. But we always have to remember, we love each other. We don't ever hurt each other's feelings. We're not pricks, is what I'm trying to say. All right, my friends, have a great and a glorious night. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't ever change. And until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Da, da.